Hello friends, welcome to the Brazilian National Football Team Forever channel. Today we're talking about 10 players who played for Manchester City and also wore the Brazilian national team jersey. Some left lasting memories for their achievements, while others had less remarkable stints. Before we dive in, tell us in the comments, which of these players is your favorite? Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's find out who they are together. So, without further delay, let's get started. Silvinho, the left back who played for Manchester City and the Brazilian national team. Let's begin with Silvinho, whose full name is Silvio Mendes Campos Jr. This talented left back had a career highlighted by stints at major European clubs and appearances for the Brazilian national team. Silvinho started his football journey at Corinthians, where his impressive performances caught the attention of international clubs. He went on to play for Arsenal, becoming one of the first Brazilians in the Premier League, and later for Barcelona, where he won significant titles including the UEFA Champions League. After 5 successful years at Barcelona, Silvinho was announced as a Manchester City player on August 24, 2009, in a free transfer. At Manchester City, Silvinho signed a 1-year contract and served mainly as a backup. During his short stint, he played only 10 Premier League matches, contributing more as a squad player than as a regular starter. For the Brazilian national team, Silvinho had an interesting journey. He debuted in 1997 in a friendly against Russia. He participated in the 1998 CONCACAF Gold Cup and played in 2 matches during the 2002 World Cup qualifiers. His last appearance for Brazil came in 2001. Although his international career was limited to just 6 caps, Silvinho had the honor of donning the iconic yellow jersey and representing Brazil in international competitions. While his time at Manchester City and with the national team was not as remarkable as his tenure with other clubs, Silvinho is remembered as a technically skilled and disciplined player who always gave his best on the field. Elano, the versatile midfielder who wore the jerseys of Manchester City and the Brazilian national team. Now it's time to talk about Elano Ralph Bloomer, or simply Elano, a versatile midfielder who left his mark on Brazilian and international football. Elano began his career at Santos, where he quickly stood out for his passing ability, game vision, and knack for scoring crucial goals. His talent caught the attention of European clubs, leading to a transfer to Shakhtar Donetsk in Ukraine. After a solid spell in Ukrainian football, Elano joined Manchester City in 2007, signed for around $8 million, becoming one of the Brazilian players to pave the way for others at the club. At Manchester City, Elano had a promising start, quickly winning over the fans and making a strong impression in his first season. He was known for his precision in free kicks and his technical style in midfield. During his 2 seasons at the club, Elano played 62 Premier League matches and scored 14 goals, leaving a positive legacy before returning to Brazilian football. For the Brazilian national team, Elano had a more notable journey. He earned 50 caps and scored 9 goals for Brazil. He was part of key moments, such as winning the Copa America in 2007 and the FIFA Confederations Cup in 2009, where his set-piece skills and midfield consistency were crucial. Elano also participated in the 2010 FIFA World Cup, but unfortunately, suffered an injury that sidelined him during the tournament's later stages. Elano is remembered as a technical and reliable player who seized opportunities and contributed both defensively and offensively. His career was marked by dedication and brilliant moments, both at the clubs he represented and with the Brazilian national team. And you, do you remember Elano? Did you enjoy watching him play? Share your thoughts in the comments. Joe, the striker who left his mark on Manchester City and the Brazilian national team. It's time to talk about João Alves de Assis Silva, better known as Joe, a forward who experienced highs and lows throughout his career, but always carried the dream of representing Brazil. Joe began his journey at Corinthians, standing out as a promising young talent in Brazilian football. His finishing skills and physical presence caught the attention of international clubs. After a successful stint at CSKA Moscow, he was signed by Manchester City in 2008 for a club record fee at the time, $19 million. However, his time at Manchester City was less than stellar. Joe struggled to adapt to English football and the club's style of play. During his tenure with City, he played 21 Premier League matches and scored only 1 goal, falling short of expectations. Following loan spells with Everton and Galatasaray, Joe moved on to pursue new opportunities. For the Brazilian national team, Joe had moments of brilliance. He was called up for the 2013 FIFA Confederations Cup, where he scored 2 goals and helped Brazil win the title. The following year, he participated in the 2014 FIFA World Cup, but couldn't replicate his previous performances. Despite this, his call-up demonstrated that, at his best, he could compete at the highest level. Joe exemplifies a player who faced challenges in his career, but also enjoyed moments of glory, particularly with the Brazilian national team. While his stint at Manchester City may not have been remarkable, he remains remembered for his dedication to the sport. And what about you? What did you think of Joe? Did you believe in his potential? Share your thoughts in the comments. Maicon, the fullback who shone for Brazil and had a brief stint at Manchester City. Now, let's talk about Maicon Douglas Cicinando, one of the greatest right-backs in Brazilian football history, known for his physical strength, offensive skills, and precise crosses. Maicon began his career at Criciúma, but it was at Cruzeiro that he started gaining attention from European football. His international career featured standout performances at Monaco, Inter Milan, and Roma. At Inter, he reached the peak of his career, winning numerous titles, including the UEFA Champions League in 2010 under Jose Mourinho. In 2012, after his glorious tenure at Inter, Maicon signed with Manchester City. However, his time at the English club was brief and uneventful. Hampered by injuries and tough competition for the right-back position, he played only 13 matches across all competitions during the 2012-2013 season. Unable to secure a permanent spot, he left the club the following year and returned to Italian football with Roma. For the Brazilian national team, Maicon was a cornerstone for many years. He made his debut in 2003 and participated in major tournaments, including the 2010 and 2014 FIFA World Cups. He also won 2 Copa America titles, 2004 and 2007, and 2 FIFA Confederations Cups, 2005 and 2009. In 2010, Maicon scored an iconic goal against North Korea, a near-impossible shot that became a World Cup classic. While his stint at Manchester City was forgettable, Maicon's legacy with the Brazilian national team is undeniable. He represented Brazil with excellence, earning his place as one of the best right-backs of his generation. What about you? Do you remember Maicon's time with the national team? Did you enjoy his style of play? Share your thoughts in the comments. Danilo, the versatile right-back Danilo Luiz da Silva, better known as Danilo, is a right-back who combines technique and physical strength. Born in Bicas, Minas Gerais, Brazil, he started his professional career at America MG, but quickly caught attention and moved to Santos. At Santos, he was a key player in their 2011 Copa Libertadores triumph, alongside Neymar. After his success at Santos, Danilo built an impressive international career, playing for top European clubs such as Porto and Real Madrid. In 2017, he joined Manchester City, where he spent 2 seasons under Pep Guardiola. During his time with the Citizens, Danilo stood out for his versatility, often playing as a left back or even as a midfielder. He was part of the squad that won the Premier League and contributed significantly to the team's style of play, even though he wasn't a guaranteed starter. Overall, he played 60 matches for the club and scored 4 goals. For the Brazilian national team, Danilo received his first call-up in 2011 and has been part of key moments ever since. He represented Brazil in 2 World Cups in 2018 and 2022 and played a role in their 2019 Copa America victory. Despite some criticism over his career, Danilo has always shown commitment and effort, establishing himself as a reliable option for Brazil's right-back position. What do you think about Danilo? Did you enjoy watching him play for Brazil or Manchester City? Let us know in the comments. Robinho, the king of stepovers and his time with Manchester City and the Brazilian national team. It's time to talk about Robson de Souza, better known as Robinho. Famous for his skillful style, iconic stepovers, and a vibrant personality on the pitch, Robinho is a player who divided opinions throughout his career. Robinho began at Santos, quickly becoming a phenomenon. He played a pivotal role in the club's Campeonato Brasileiro victories in 2002 and 2004, dazzling fans with his talent. His exceptional ability caught the attention of Real Madrid, which signed him in 2005, marking the start of his European journey. In 2008, Robinho moved to Manchester City in a groundbreaking deal. He was signed for $42 million, making him the most expensive signing in the club's history at the time. Expectations were sky high, and the Brazilian delivered in his debut season, finishing as City's top scorer in the Premier League with 14 goals. However, his consistency waned in subsequent seasons, and tensions with the club led to his departure in 2010. Robinho left Manchester City with 53 appearances and 16 goals. For the Brazilian national team, Robinho enjoyed great success.
He debuted in 2003 and quickly established himself as one of the team's key players. He represented Brazil in 2 FIFA World Cups, 2006 and 2010, and starred in triumphs such as the 2007 Copa America,
where he was the tournament's top scorer and MVP. He also contributed to Brazil's FIFA Confederations Cup victories in 2005 and 2009. With his skill and charisma, Robinho became a fan favorite, scoring 28 goals in 100 appearances for Brazil. Despite the ups and downs of his career, Robinho is remembered as an undeniably talented player who left his mark on both Manchester City and the Brazilian national team. What about you? Do you remember Robinho's stepovers? Did you enjoy his style of play? Share your thoughts in the comments. Fernandinho, the engine of the midfield for Manchester City and the Brazilian national team. Let's talk about Fernando Luiz Rosa, better known as Fernandinho. Renowned for his consistency, leadership, and versatility, he is a prime example of a player who combines tactical intelligence with unwavering dedication on the pitch. Fernandinho began his career at Atlético Paranaense in Brazil, where he quickly stood out for his talent and vision. In 2005, he took a leap to European football, joining Shakhtar Donetsk in Ukraine. During his time there, he enjoyed tremendous success, winning 6 domestic league titles and the UEFA Europa League in 2009, earning a reputation as one of the continent's top midfielders. In 2013, Manchester City signed Fernandinho for $40 million. At the English club, he quickly became an indispensable figure, serving as the engine of the midfield, excelling in both defensive duties and playmaking. Over 9 seasons, he amassed numerous trophies, including 5 Premier League titles, several League Cups, and FA Cups. His leadership shone off the pitch as well, culminating in his role as team captain during his final years at City. Fernandinho ended his time at the club in 2022 with 383 appearances and 26 goals, earning widespread respect from fans and teammates alike. For the Brazilian national team, Fernandinho debuted in 2011 and participated in major tournaments, including the 2014 and 2018 FIFA World Cups and the 2015 Copa America. He had standout moments, such as his memorable goal against Cameroon in the 2014 World Cup group stage, but also faced harsh criticism after the infamous 7-1 loss to Germany and Brazil's elimination against Belgium in 2018. Despite this, Fernandinho is recognized as a player who always gave his all for the national team. With his consistent performances and numerous accolades, Fernandinho cemented his place as one of the great Brazilian midfielders of his generation, leaving a lasting legacy at both Manchester City and the Brazilian national team. What about you? What did you think of Fernandinho's playing style? Do you believe he made his mark on Brazilian and European football? Share your thoughts in the comments. Savinho, from prospect to reality at Manchester City, and the Brazilian national team Savio Moreira de Oliveira, known as Savinho, is one of the most promising young talents in Brazilian football. By 2024, he has already made his way into Manchester City's squad after a rising career that includes stints with major European clubs. Savinho began his journey at Atlético Mineiro, where he stood out for his skill, speed, and vision on the field. In 2022, Manchester City signed the young forward, but he was initially loaned to PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands. His time at PSV was brief, featuring just 8 matches without scoring, but providing 2 assists, which helped him gain valuable experience in European football. In 2023, Savinho was loaned to Girona in Spain, another City Football Group club. His season there was a resounding success with 9 goals and 10 assists. He was named the best U23 player in La Liga, establishing himself as one of the standout performers of the competition. In July 2024, following his impressive season, Savinho was officially unveiled by Manchester City. At the English club, he has faced ups and downs, a natural phase for a young player, but has already showcased glimpses of his potential in limited opportunities, fueling expectations that he could become a key player for the team in the future. Savinho also has a growing history with the Brazilian national team. He progressed through youth levels, including U15, U17, and U20 squads, before earning his first call-up to the senior team in March 2024. Later that year, he made his debut for the Seleção in a friendly against England, and shone at the 2024 Copa America, scoring his first goal for Brazil in a 4-1 victory over Paraguay. Savinho's journey is just beginning, but his future looks bright with Manchester City and the Brazilian national team. He represents one of the brightest hopes of the new generation of Brazilian football. What about you? Do you remember Savinho from his youth days? Or did you follow his performance at Girona? What do you think about his rise to prominence? Share your thoughts in the comments. Gabriel Jesus, from star at Palmeiras to Arsenal, with successful stints at Manchester City and the Brazilian national team, Gabriel Fernando de Jesus, better known as Gabriel Jesus, has become one of the biggest talents in Brazilian football in recent decades. His successful journey began at Palmeiras, but it was at Manchester City where he truly shined before moving on to Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus started his professional career at Palmeiras, quickly standing out with his skill, speed, and goal-scoring instincts. His excellent performances at the São Paulo club caught the attention of top European clubs, and in 2016, he was transferred to Manchester City. During his time at the club, Gabriel Jesus was an essential part of City's success, winning Premier League titles, the EFL Cup, and the FA Cup, becoming one of the team's most important forwards. Gabriel played 173 matches for Manchester City and scored 58 goals. However, in July 2022, he was transferred to Arsenal for a fee of €52 million. His departure from City marked the end of a successful era, but also opened new horizons in his career, where he continued to excel with the Arsenal jersey. For the Brazilian national team, Gabriel Jesus has also had a remarkable trajectory. He made his debut in 2016 and has been a constant presence ever since, participating in major competitions like the 2018 World Cup and the 2019 Copa America, where he helped Brazil secure the title. His technical skills, intelligent movement, and finishing ability continue to make him stand out both on and off the field. Now, at Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus remains one of the stars of the Premier League and a key figure in the Brazilian national team, contributing important goals and assists for both club and country. Do you remember Gabriel Jesus' time at Manchester City? Or have you been following his journey at Arsenal? Leave a comment and share your thoughts on the player. Ederson Moraes, the solidity of an unbeatable goalkeeper at Manchester City, and the Brazilian national team Ederson Santana de Moraes, better known as Ederson, is one of the most renowned goalkeepers in world football, recognized for his technical ability, game reading, and, of course, his crucial saves. Born in Osasco, São Paulo, Ederson started his career at São Paulo FC, but it was at Benfica in Portugal where he gained recognition and caught the attention of top European clubs. His transfer to Manchester City in 2017, for a record fee for a goalkeeper at the time, marked the beginning of a successful era at the club. At Manchester City, Ederson quickly established himself as the undisputed starting goalkeeper, playing a key role in the team's Premier League, FA Cup, and EFL Cup victories. His playing style, which goes beyond traditional goalkeeping, is one of his greatest assets. Ederson is known for his foot skills, making long passes, and even participating in building attacking plays. For the Brazilian national team, Ederson has also stood out, being called up to the senior squad in 2016. Since then, he has alternated starting duties with Alisson Becker from Liverpool, creating one of the most fierce competitions for the starting goalkeeper position in recent years. Ederson participated in 2 World Cups, 2018 in Russia and 2022 in Qatar, along with other international competitions, such as the Copa America and the World Cup qualifiers. With his impressive footwork and solid presence in goal, Ederson remains a key player for both Manchester City and the Brazilian national team. Even with the fierce competition for the starting spot in the national team, he continues to showcase his quality, always ready to shine when needed. Now, we want to know from you. What do you think of Ederson as a goalkeeper? Do you consider him one of the best in the world? Share your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you never miss any content. If you're a fan of Brazilian football and enjoy reminiscing about the past and following the present of our national team that amazed the world, share this with a friend who also loves Brazilian football. Don't miss out on this channel. Subscribe now. See you in the next video.